Hello guys, it's been a while, as in I can't even explain how much I've missed coming on YouTube to give you guys life updates, events, fun stuff. It's been a whirlwind for me. The past 1.5 years, basically almost 2 years, has been horrible health-wise, but we thank God that we're here and I'm alive. We are alive to be living proof of God's testimony. I just want to apologize for being away for so long. A lot of you have reached out, sent messages. People I didn't even expect to reach out, oh, what's been happening? We've not received any update from you. So I'm here to update you on what's been happening. My name still remains Nana, Queen Nana. Although you will notice that I changed my name to Nalon Primary School because of some official stuff that I've been doing, and I needed to use my full names for that. But that's by the way, I'm still Queen Nana. Yes, if you're new to this channel, you're so welcome. I would appreciate if you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment, and we're just here to have fun, discuss life. Nothing much to it, I don't even hear it because we want to generate funds or anything. It's about just reaching out to one another, because we're in a moving global society right now where everybody is very busy, very busy with their time, and the only way we can get updated is maybe come on social media or come on YouTube or something to update ourselves. And there we have it, and right into the video. Now, from the topic on my screen, you will notice I wrote being sick over a year. It's even been more than a year for me, because for years I have been diagnosed with anemia, and I've been managing that condition silently, and I thank God it's something that I overcame. I didn't know it was something I could even really find a solution for, but I thank God. I've been going through with anemia for a while, and because of that, I'm susceptible, I don't know if I'm right with that English, to other little ailment. That means because of shortage of blood, you could easily maybe fall sick of this, fall sick of that, and it was never the case with me. I grew up a very healthy child from a home where our medicine was our backyard. We had everything in the what they call lambu. I don't know what they call it in modern English. In Hausa it's called lambu. What do you call it? Backyard farm or something. Anyways, so I never used to be sick. In fact, my whole years in the university till I graduated, not one day did I visit the clinic. I think I went to the clinic because I felt I've been paying medical bills and I've never used it. So let me just go to clinic and collect vitamin C. That was the big time I went to the clinic. I had never used it, but as soon as I was done with school, and after I gave birth to my son, I think that was when everything just started going downhill for me. Motherhood just brought out another aspect that I didn't know. It kind of, I want to use the word, compromised my health. And the anemia I was even managing while I was younger. I had always had it, but it was not that pronounced in eyes because I was still very young, and there were things that I could use to manage myself, my energy, exercise, health, and all that. But then that was my child, because of hustle, not having time, and made it so obvious showing on my health. And since then, it's been very rocky, but I thank God. So for the past 2 years, I have been visiting a hospital. I've been noticing I'm not feeling so well, and I feel like something is always moving in my tummy. And I go to the hospital, and they say, you're fine, nothing is wrong with you. At first I was saying, maybe I have kidney problem, maybe I have liver problem. It was so funny that my husband used to say, I think all these things are just in your head. I was like, no, something is wrong. I know my body very well. Something is not right. See, I've gone for scan, let's say echo scan in Abuja, maybe 2-3 times or so at the stretch, and they keep telling me nothing is wrong with you. Then I have to try another scan place, and they say you're fine, and I'm like, I'm not crazy. I know something is wrong, but I don't want to be like, oh, something is actually wrong, because you don't want to prophesy something detrimental to yourself. I even had to go to a HPV, do cancer, cervical cancer test, everything you can think of, everything about cancer from head to toe. I did all the checks, and I still felt that something was wrong. Fast forward to 2020 ending, and that's when I did one of the last scans, and they still kept saying I was fine. I said, okay, no problem. But then I started having serious health challenges. I think that's when I started falling sick. And they said, oh, I had ulcer. And I'm like, me, have ulcer? How? Yeah, me that love food. And then that's when I got educated that ulcer is not necessarily because of our food. It's a bacteria called H. pylori, and once you contract it, it can compromise your stomach walls, and there you have it. I got to understand that there's some ailments. It's not necessarily because of what we think, and that's why I'm even discussing this, because it's been a problem for me trying to sit down to do this video. Like the stress, in fact, you guys don't know how I struggle to set this camera up and start doing this video. The stress is so much on me, but I have to do it because I need to educate people on their health, and I know it to help one or two persons. So that, by the way, the ulcer issue, I was sick for a while, for months actually, and it made me have less of activities. But then I told myself, no, I have to be going out, hang out with friends, and that's when I had all the series of videos in the early days of 2021, from January to like March or something. And because I don't know, I felt like I was still to myself, focusing on health, and I'm like, no, there's more to living than all that. But I traveled to Yola in February to go be with my husband, as he was PM for a job at the time. So I used the opportunity to go to the hospital there where he was managing at the time. I was at that hospital, did some tests, and they were like, okay, you're fine and whatnot. But then I did another scan, and that's when the diagnosis told me, oh, you have fibroids. Did you know you have fibroids? And I'm like, what? That's when I looked at my husband like, I told you guys I'm not crazy. Something was up in my tummy. Because I didn't understand how much exercise I did, and it was never going down. Like, I registered in the gym, my tummy was just still popping. And I'm like, I didn't know. He said, yeah, you have quite a number of them. At the time, he said there were 4, but they were just minute. It was not something to be worried about. I think the biggest was about 3.4 centimeters. So they were like, okay, don't worry, everything will be fine and all that. But you have fibroids. And he had like 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. Anyways, it's fine. There and then, immediately went to go and get all those herbs. Started drinking them. Is it yo-yo bitters or something? All those very bitter herbs. Like, okay, let's try the herbal method, since it's not something detrimental. Sorry, I had to pause the video and cough. Like, I was choking. I don't know why. It's part of everything. Anyways, so I was taking that, and I thought I was going to feel better and all that. So because it's a long story, I'm just going to like go to the highlights. So fast forward to April, May, and I said I noticed a decline in my health, my bubbliness, and my friends could testify there was a decline in even how I was going out, because I was managing myself. Like, only my best friend knew basically what was up, because at the time I was not too sure it was something that was going to weigh me down or true. Then I think we already started trying to have a child, but it was not forthcoming. And I will always have to fly like almost every month, come down to Abuja. We'll try nothing. So I was not even educated about this fibroid thing. It was me that had to sit down like, okay, what is it? I will have to make a video specially to educate people on why you should know how to manage yourself with fibroid, why you should avoid even having it in the first place, to know that it is not the end of the world at all, because about 80% of black women will have fibroids because it is normal. In a nutshell, fibroid is that non-cancerous tumor that grows in the woman's womb. Why? Let me just give you a simple idea, like a practical idea. Now, in the womb, every organ in the body is designed to function for certain things. The womb is designed to carry a baby. And if the womb does not carry a baby during the childbearing years, take note of that word, childbearing years, it creates one. Because it's like every month, you just shift eggs to the uterus and you push it out, you bleed it out. The womb is like, I'm not useful, I'm always just shedding the lining instead of doing its work, which is to incubate a baby. And because of that, it creates its own artificial baby called fibroids. That's in a nutshell for any layman to understand. So those fibroids, they are not harmful in the sense that it depends on the position they are, it depends on how big they are, and that can cause harmful health issues to you. But in the long run, if they are not causing serious health issues to you, doctors always recommend you leave them and they will go away in the long run, in years to come, the menopause, and then you have it. But yeah, and that's why I didn't really take it up, because I felt it was fine and it was not in my uterine wall, it was in the myometrium, that means in the muscle, like in the middle of the uterus. I'll put up pictures so that maybe probably you understand what I'm saying. So now fast forward to end of the year. Hobby comes back finally from where he was based working, and that very month I had my period, and it was like the most painful experience ever. Like normally everybody knows me with like painful period, heavy bleeding, long days, short cycle. But this one was what? I thought they were using knife to stab my womb, like I could not wake up. I'll be shaking like this. To sleep was a problem. To stand up was, everything was just chaotic. Like it was the 3 longest days of my life before I could go to the hospital. We kept waiting that, okay, maybe we'll have to wait after the period, because even if you go during the period, they would just maybe give me painkillers, of which they were avoiding to give me because I wanted to understand what is up, and as I had to endure the pain. But on the 4th day, I had to take painkillers, man. I just had to take it, and I felt better. So after the period, on day 7, went to the hospital and they said go run some tests, and I went to run some tests, and the diagnosis said, oh, your fibroid, do you know you have fibroids? I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. I know. I don't know. I'm aware, yes, we did in February, but they told me it was nothing to worry about. Like, you have fibroids, and they're multiple. From what I can see, she kept showing us on the screen. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. And I'm like, what? She turned and looked at me like, there are other little ones. You know, probably when you're being operated, you open you up. That's when they will know maybe it's up to 10 or more. I'm like, what do you mean? Like my whole wall is like full of tumors or what? And she was like, don't be worried, don't worry, it's normal. Most African women have it. A lot of men will have it. They don't even know that they have it. It's just that their own is asymptomatic. And because yours is giving you symptoms right now, that means you need to take care of it. I'll suggest you go for surgery. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. And when I saw the sizes from what it was in February, it increased, and that was a cause of concern. Like, okay, how comes it just increased from this size to this size at this certain period? So I took the result back to the doctor. The doctor said, yes, you need to be slated for emergency surgery and all that. That whole period, it was just kata up and down, hospital here, hospital there. It was a roller coaster, serious roller coaster. Then we went for counseling. Said, do you plan on having kids? Like, hell yeah, plan on having kids. What do you mean? Said, because mostly when they do this type of surgery, they prefer to do a total hysterectomy, like to know the whole womb. Like my brother, I need more picking. So okay, they said okay, they know what they would do. So they suggested 3 types of surgeries. But before then, they told us we should go do HCG, which is to check if my tubes were clear, meaning they were not blocked, so that we don't conclude that it was the surgery that blocked my tubes. That means I could actually have kids. And if it's blocked, then we'll have to do another surgery after the fibroid surgery to unblock my tubes. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is all within a week? All this thing I'm saying happened within a week of hospital. Okay, fine. So we did the HCG. Guess what? When we were starting to receive the result, I saw how the secretary, who I don't know what position she is, she was typing and she kept looking at me like. I just told my husband, I don't think it's a good result. The way this lady's looking at me, it doesn't sound. I say, don't worry, just have faith. And I'm like, I'm not even worried at this point. I beg, let just give me be going home. So when the diagnosis went to collect the result from the lady who was typing and brought it to me, and she gave it to me, and she was looking. I said, no, come. What does it say? You read your doctor language. And she said, I'm so sorry. It's blocked. You see how I pumped a lot of fluid inside of you. Man, HCG is a different story altogether. Man, I'm making a fibroid explanation video. I'll make the HCG one. That shit is painful. It's painful. So she said I pumped a lot inside of you, and so that I could like see if the fluid pours out of your tubes, but it didn't come out. I'm so sorry. And I said, okay, so is it that one tube is blocked or two tubes? She said that both tubes are blocked. I said, alright, it's fine. What's in my language? Okay, they say my tubes are blocked. In layman language, that's one of the reasons why you could not get pregnant. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I left. Went to the hospital. Then the surgeon who was supposed to take the operation said, okay, this is what they wanted to know. No problem. When we're done with fibroid surgery, we'll just do incisions in your uterus. We are not going to cut you open. We're just going to do incisions and we will know how to fix that. And I'm like, just what you have to do. Good. So my husband kept going back to the doctor, to the surgeon rather. I said, please, how are you going to do this surgery? I don't want to say a big cut. Can you do a surgery that, in fact, they don't need to cut her open? You were just going back. And the doctor kept laughing. The surgeon kept laughing. I said, don't worry, we're going to do a very neat job. There's this method, there's this one, there's that one. So while they were talking, his phone was ringing. His phone was ringing, and I stood up to go and give him his phone. In the midst of people there in the hospital, I just felt a lot of water pour out of me, like so much. The fluid she poured in me was so much that it was in me for hours, because we left that hospital by 9 and we came home. I rested for 2 hours, went back to this second hospital where the surgery is supposed to be done by 11, and before we could see the surgeon was around 4 p.m. So you can imagine more than 4 hours. Imagine how long it took us to see the surgeon, and that fluid was in me. It just poured out like on the ground, water everywhere, because the fluid is like water but very viscous. So everybody was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Everybody was just telling me sorry. I just started shouting, Daddy! Imagine calling your husband Daddy in the midst of people. And he came like, what happened? He was confused. So I just dragged him and we went to the toilet together. Oh mom, I was like, what's this? Like, the water just poured out of me. I'm like, okay, fine. It was a whole mess then. I just thank God for what I was wearing. I was wearing this jumpsuit, like it's double. Like there's a long jacket, so I could actually remove the trouser and still go with the gown. You will notice. So I went to the car and had to wash my undies, everything. Went to dry them in the car, stayed there. And that was that. And I started having cold feet about doing the operation. I called my mom. My mom said, just do it. You're going to be fine in the next 3 to 6 weeks. It doesn't even matter. Just do it. This one. I called my sister. I said, I'm not sure I want to do this thing again. My husband said, anything you want to do, I'll back you up. I was like, let me try some herbal this thing. But the back one was like, okay, just do it though. My mom said, just do it. I know that. Well, we started for the surgery 8 p.m. Sorry, I said 8 p.m. Monday rather. This I'm saying is Thursday. Then the surgery was Monday. Long story short, the back and forth, and the fact that I kept thinking, oh, Sarah, I won't be able to have a child for now. Okay, no problem. I just rested my mind. In fact, I started planning my trips to travel and all that. Went through hospital procedures, everything. this is going to be a two-part story because you can't put all in one because it's a long story. Do you know what it means to come and tell you what happened in 2 years? 2 years now. So it's going to be two parts. I'll post maybe one today and post the other one tomorrow, or even 3 parts. Who knows? So let's see how it goes. And I appreciate everybody. Keep me in your prayers. I'll see how things goes from there. I hope your families are doing fine. We are gradually ending the first half of the year. We're entering the next half of the year, and whatever you didn't achieve in your first half, don't worry, God is at your door. He's going to make everything possible for you and your family in the second half. It's going to be fine. It's going to be well. Like, I didn't even think I'm here talking to you. It's so much strength. It's not been easy, but thank God. So see you on my next video. I know I look funny. Look at my nose. Look at me, but then this is the best I could do. Thank you. See you.
Whoa.